Welcome WolfTheWolfettes. We are back with the brilliant House Flipper on the PlayStation 5 and I hope you guys and girls are having an absolutely fantastic day. Now today we are once again going to be working on some of the garden flipper jobs and we will probably be doing the same thing in the next video as well. But from part 4 onwards of this playthrough I'm going to start working on the BwolfTheWolf subscriber house. So if you want a room inside the BwolfTheWolf subscriber house, once again make sure you go to my YouTube community tab, reply to the post I made on there letting me know if you want a room and what kind of room that you want. But let's get straight into things. Now I've already done the first 2 jobs in the last video, so the rest of the jobs that we've got to do now are going to be completely blind because I've only done the first 2 off camera, the same 2 that you saw in the last video. But let's have a look what we've got to do today. So we've got a letter from Xavier Wolski, Catherine S, Matt Marlow and John Walker. Right, I think this mission right here might be one of the ones they added randomly in an update. It might be to do with Christmas possibly, I'm not too sure. But I think we'll start things off with this one right here. Xavier Wolski, a small lawn and a pool. Hello, I haven't been home in a while and well, it's gotten a bit overgrown. I haven't got time for mowing, especially because my plot is quite large, so I'll gladly hand the work over. Moreover, I'd love to have a decent swimming pool in the garden. Please place it near the terrace. Regards, Xavier Wolski. Okay. I did read that correctly, didn't I? I kind of had a bit of a brain fart when I was reading that and I don't even know if I read it properly. My brain just shut down for a few seconds then. Right, so he wants us to mow the lawn. He's got quite a big plot of land. I mean, that's pretty much flexing in an email. I feel like he's showing off. And he also wants a swimming pool. And that is also in itself showing off as well. The fact that you can afford a bloody pool. Right, let's have a look then, see what we've got to do. We're going to be spending the majority of this video cutting grass, ain't we? That is a very orange house, ain't it? God, that is very orange. Look at that, mate. That is pretty ghastly, ain't it? Not sure if I'm a fan of that. Nah, not sure if I'm a fan of that. Holy. Oh, shit. Oh, what an absolute legend. What an absolute legend. He's not even forcing me to use my brush cutter. He literally left a lawnmower out here for me. What an absolute legend. Hey, this guy Xavier, I reckon we should take some money off of the price because he's letting me use his own lawnmower. From now on, you can make use of the lawnmower. Choose it from the tools menu, then use it by pressing X. So that's the hidden tool that we didn't unlock. Lovely. Ah, sweet. So we've now got the choice of using the lawnmower for big bits of grass, and we can also use the brush cutter for like the edges, which is pretty much called a hedge trimmer in the UK. Right. Let's set this bad boy up. How do I control this? How do I move it? I'm having a bit of trouble controlling this bad boy. How do you... I can turn it with the analog stick. We can change the... Oh, it's R1 to move it. How do I use the blades? Oh, so you've got to hold down X to turn on the blades, and you've got to use R1 to drive it. That's a bit fiddly. Who the hell designed that? Who designed these controls? Come on, Frozen District. Let me know in the comments. One of you, come on. Who decided that these should be the controls for the lawnmower? Because I feel like you're trying to wind me up. There we go. We've just broke all of the blades now on the concrete. Well, this won't take as long as I thought it would. Obviously in real life you wouldn't drive your lawnmower over the concrete because then the blades on the bottom of the lawnmower would smack the concrete possibly, and that would be very dangerous, and it would also most likely shatter your blades, and then they'd probably go flying everywhere and probably like go in your shins and then do severe damage to your legs. So, you know, obviously you wouldn't do this in real life, but as it's a video game I will do whatever the hell I want. That is the point of playing video games, so you can escape reality. That's the thing actually that I don't think I've mentioned this actually, but they're actually making a PlayStation VR 2. which I am very excited about, mostly because I do love VR. The main reason why I didn't use my other VR too much was because there were so many bloody wires, it was a nuisance, and trying to get the camera in the correct position to use the PlayStation Move controls was an absolute nightmare, so it really just prevented me from using it as often as I wanted. And I did buy quite a few games for it that I didn't even end up playing, like, is it Blood and Truth, that London gangster game? I bought that but never ended up playing it just because I didn't want to set everything up. It was, yeah, it was a bit of a nightmare. But this new PlayStation VR 2, it doesn't need a camera. It's only one cable to plug it in. There's brand new controllers, like brand new Move controllers for it, and they look a lot better than the ones. And I think it uses the actual headset itself to like know where you're sitting, so you don't need a camera anymore. So it's going to be a massive improvement. I mean, I would prefer it to be like the, was it Oculus Quest 2, ain't it? I think it's Oculus, which is just like a completely wireless device in itself, and I think it might have its own like internal memory, so you can install games directly into it. I'm not 100% sure. I've never used it. I don't know much about it, but if it was like that, it would be even better than PSVR 2. But yeah, they're making a new PSVR 2 for anybody that didn't know. I'm very excited for that. I think my favourite PlayStation VR game was probably Astro's Playroom. That game was just phenomenal. I also really liked, even though I don't like horror games, I really liked Until Dawn Rush of Blood. That was a very good game as well. Obviously I didn't like the jump scares up in my face. That scared the hell out of me. That was not a fun recording session whatsoever. But I think it's supposed to come out next year, but with the pandemic and that and everything that's going on in the world at the moment, you can never really be 100% sure with game releases at the moment. You're going to have to keep your hype in check, because I think it's going to be very common for games to be delayed this year. Like, we've already had Hogwarts Legacy be delayed into 2022. I think recently we had, you had Gran Turismo 7, I think it is, that's been delayed into 2022. You've also got recently Gotham Knights, that new co-op, I think it's a Batman game, that's been delayed into 2022. Actually, I don't think Batman's even in that game, is he? I'm not too sure, but that's been delayed into 2022. So I think this year, if you're excited for any games that have got release dates, I think you should just keep your hype in check, because I just think there's going to be so many bloody delays. Because working from home, developing a multi-million game, doesn't sound like an easy job, does it? But who knows? We have got Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart releasing in June. I tell you, normally during the summertime, that's when you don't really get many video game releases, because they save most of their releases for like the holiday period, for like Christmas and during the autumn time and stuff, and for the Black Friday sales and things like that. So you don't really normally get that many games that release in the summer, and I guess game companies assume that gamers want to go out in the sun, which is only slightly true. So they don't seem to release as many games. But this year, there's actually quite a lot of good games in the summertime. We've got Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, like I mentioned, in June. We've also got that new Mario golf game, which looks very, very fun, similar to the Hot Shots golf game, or Everybody's Golf if you're in the EU. That Sony exclusive PlayStation golfing game. Looks very similar to that, but with Mario characters. Looks flipping good, actually, very fun. So you've got that in June as well. You've also got Back 4 Blood by Turtle Rock Studios, and they're the ones that made Left 4 Dead and Evolve. It's like a new co-op game. Looks very, very good. Another zombie one by them. Looks very promising from what I've seen of it. So you've got that. And what else is there? You've also got Aliens Fire Team, which I think is coming out in July, another thingy game, another co-op game. You've got Kenna Bridge of Spirits, which looks jaw-dropping. That game comes out in August. This summer's actually going to be pretty good, providing there ain't no delays. Probably one of the best summers for a while, because summer's always a dodgy time for me. Not because I need to have games to play, but it's more so because I need something to play, because otherwise I won't be able to upload videos. So there has to be something for me to play. So sometimes summer could be pretty stressful on YouTube. Right, it wants me to build the swimming pool in this area. It wants 2 wooden sun loungers and a swimming pool Muline? A swimming pool moo line, I think that says. I can't really see it properly. The flipping video camera's microphone's in the bloody way. Can't bloody see it. Bury and fill. How do you... Oh, what colour should we get? I mean, he seems to like orange, so we get him an orange one, yeah? It seems to be a colour that he really enjoys. Oh crap, how do you put it in the mud? Do I have to do it? Oh. Are you... Wow, look at this! This has got to be the... I mean, I was giving shit to this shovel in the last video because it looked like a rusty pile of shit. I was like giving him some crap because, you know, BwolfTheWolf in this game is nearly a millionaire, so he should have a very good shovel. But I'm starting to actually notice why he uses this rusty shovel. I mean, look at this. Look, ready? One dig and watch. Oops. Look at that. The amount of soil that got removed in one dig. God damn, mate. It's like Indiana Jones in the Last Crusade, the one with Sean Connery, where he goes into that room and you've got all the fancy treasure and he needs to find that like goblet of life, ain't it? And it ends up being the dirty, rotten one because everybody would pick up the pretty one, wouldn't they? But it ends up being like that dirty cup, doesn't it? And he drinks from it and it works. It's like one of those shovels. God, BwolfTheWolf and the Dark Crusade. The hole is now dug. Place pole. Cover with soil. I must have the longest flipping arms in the world. I just managed to just put my arms around an entire swimming pool and scoop the soil in and also grow the grass in 10 seconds as well. Bloody hell, fill with water. Jesus, there must be some amazing water pressure on this hose. We're going to overflow in a minute. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Let's see if Frozen District have fixed the physics since our last play. Let's see if we get a splash. Nope. Still getting a 1 out of 10. Sorry. Still a 1 out of 10 from me. Alright. Wooden sun loungers. I think I know what they are. Yeah. I've got a couple of these bad boys in Animal Crossing New Horizons. If you're wondering why I haven't done a playthrough of Animal Crossing New Horizons, I'll talk about it in a second. Let me just place these bad boys. Because there is a very big reason for it. Sweet. £6,202 and 32 beautiful pennies. Oh look, fruit trees. I think. Yeah, they look like plums. Pears. More pears. I guess they're red apples. Those apples are looking pretty square. It's got some Crash Bandicoot 1 vibe to it on the PS1. Alright, lovely. Yes, completed. Took a long time cutting that grass. I mean, I don't mind though, because it gave me time to talk about PlayStation VR 2 for about 10 minutes. Right, we'll have a look what our next job is and have a read of the email. Hopefully I don't have a brain fart again. I think I've read it wrong. And then we will have a chat about my Animal Crossing New Horizon playthrough and why I haven't done it yet. Because I was supposed to have done it in January, but yeah, I'll have a chat about it. Okay. Catherine S. Trees need cutting down. Hi. I've got some trees on my lot. My grandfather planted them. They've grown so big they've overshadowed the entire lot. Nothing growing underneath them, and I've been dreaming of a flowery garden and catching some sun on my deck. I need you to cut down at least 2 of them. Can I count on you? Oh, and I really want a small pond by the deck. All that's needed is to remove the trees and place a pond. I'll take care of the flowers myself. Thanks, Catherine S. Very nice. See, I like an email like this because she's not making me do everything. She's willing to do some of the work herself, but she wants me to do some of the more difficult jobs, like cutting down a tree. And plus, if I cut down a tree, I'm probably going to take the tree away with me. If you cut the tree down yourself, you're going to have to leave all that lumber and all that timber and all that good stuff in your garden, ain't you? So, you know, by hiring someone, you know it's going to be taken away. But you can just burn it anyway in your garden. You can just make a bonfire, or you can make stuff out of it. Some people will take wood off your hands for free. Like, I've got a mate from school, and he takes old pieces of wood and turns it into like Norse themed furniture and stuff like that, like benches and things like that. So you could probably find someone that would take lumber out your garden for free. They'll be happy to. Congratulations, you've unlocked a new tool. Oh, we've got a better axe. Getting rid of the big trees requires cutting them down first. This is where an axe comes in handy. Oh, we already had an axe. Remember that for safety reasons, the tree has to be cut as low as possible. Cutting down the tree in this game, I'm telling you right now, cutting the trees down in this game is so far from safe. It's ridiculous. Right, is it these ones? Have I got a new axe? I think I might have a new axe. I don't know. So, when you cut down the trees, let me have a look actually, just in case it's not those. It's got to be these over here, ain't it? Or maybe it's these. Oh, it was these. I nearly cut down the... Look at the size of them. But yeah, when you cut down a tree in real life, you use your axe to make like a V notch. And that will determine the way that the tree falls. That way you can prevent it from falling on people, falling on your property and all that good stuff. Now, in this game, you don't do that. You don't cut a V notch and then saw on the other side to make the tree fall correctly. You just keep running in circles and smacking it so it ends up falling whichever way it wants and possibly killing somebody. So, there isn't... Jesus! I think my axe power has been upgraded. Like, normally you would do like if I keep smacking in the same spot. Oh, hang on, no, it is working. Last time I did... Oh, no, it isn't working anymore. Last time I did this, I had to keep walking around the whole tree in like a circle. And then it ended up being like a beaver had been chomping on it. And then it just falls in whatever direction it wants to fall. But normally you would do something like this. Yeah, something like that. And then you get the saw, cut a line, and then it would fall that way, right onto your neighbour's fence. But no, you've got to go in like circles in this game. Oh, look, see, look, I've just broke her property. Catherine's going to be livid. Catherine's going to be fucking livid. I'm sorry, Catherine. Don't blame me. Blame BwolfTheWolf in the game. He's stupid. Somebody in the comments is going to say BwolfTheWolf is stupid in real life as well now, isn't they? Well, fuck you in advance. But yeah, in regards to the Animal Crossing playthrough, the reason why I haven't done it yet is because in January I bought Animal Crossing New Horizons. I bought it on a bit of a whim because I always like the look of it, but I thought this ain't the kind of game I'm going to want to play. But my sister got it for Christmas and I thought, you know, it looks pretty good, so I'm going to buy it. So I decided to buy it. I bought it. It was pretty good, and then I started thinking I haven't done a Nintendo Switch playthrough for a while. So I asked people on Facebook, on YouTube, what they wanted me to play. It was like Pokemon, Mario, Animal Crossing, and another Zelda game. And Animal Crossing won, so I planned on playing it. So I went onto my second account, and I had a look to see what... I went onto my second account on the Nintendo Switch to make a brand new island that I was going to use purely for YouTube. So I did that, and then it put my character on the island that I had already created. So after doing a little bit of research, I discovered that in Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I think it might be the same for the previous ones, you can only have one island per Nintendo Switch, and then every other user has to share that island with you. So now the only way that I could do a playthrough is to either completely delete my island, because I wanted to do a fresh playthrough with a brand new island. The only way I can do it is to completely delete like 50 or so hours of like work on my island, and then do a YouTube playthrough, and then only be able to play the game when I'm on YouTube, or to get a completely new Nintendo Switch. And it annoyed the hell out of me. Like, that is ridiculous. Like, what about families that have only got one Nintendo Switch but they've got multiple children that need to share it? If all of those children wanted to have their own Animal Crossing New Horizons island, they wouldn't be able to have it. They'd all have to share one island. And do you know how many arguments your siblings are going to have when only one person can be the island representative, and can only one person can do certain things? And then if you've got creative differences, then it's just going to cause your kids to argue. So I've got no idea why Nintendo thought it was a good idea to prevent you from having multiple islands on one Nintendo Switch. I know why. It's called fucking money, ain't it? because now people need to buy free Nintendo Switches for their free children so everybody can have their own island. It's ridiculous. So because of that, I've not been able to do a playthrough. I was trying to find somebody that had a Nintendo Switch that I could borrow, that I could do a playthrough with, but unfortunately I couldn't find one. So I do still plan on doing it. I think I might just do a video showing off my island, showing off my residence. Maybe I'll go on the game when there's like events going on at Halloween, Bunny Day, all that kind of stuff, and maybe I'll do something like that. But the playthrough that I planned on doing with Animal Crossing has been ruined because you can't make a second island on a Nintendo Switch. All users on that console have to share the same island, and that's not what I wanted to do. So yeah, sorry that I haven't done it yet. That is the reason why. Bit of a nuisance, to be honest. Because I was actually excited to do the playthrough. I was hoping that Animal Crossing would win when I put the poll on YouTube. Either Animal Crossing or I think Paper Mario. I was hoping that would win as well, because I've never played a Paper Mario game. But yeah, Animal Crossing won. I was excited to do it. Went onto the Switch, went onto my second account that I use for YouTube, clicked on the game, and it tried putting me on my same island. And I was like, what's going on here? And I started Googling it, and yeah, I discovered that you can only have one island per console, and it pissed me off. Like, I've got 3 little cousins that I mentioned in the last video that kept bloody texting me, and I know for a fact if they had to share one Nintendo Switch and they all had to use the same island, there would be a war zone in that house. I'm telling you right now, there'd be a war zone. There's no way they would all get along. No way. Maybe on some days, but very rarely. And then you can only have one island representative that can do like certain things, like the really important stuff. So then they can't all do the things that they want to do. It's Nintendo, you need to sort that out. That is ridiculous. Let people make multiple flipping islands on the Switch. There might be a reason for it, I don't know, but I think it's dumb. Matt Marlow. Topic: playground and BBQ. My daughter grows so fast and she is so curious about the world around her. I would love to prepare a play corner for her in the garden. It seems to me that a swing, a sandpit and a rocker will be just right. Once you get started with the garden, maybe you can also plant some shrubs for me, as my wife bought them for me. That would be really nice. We've already enlarged the terrace, but now there's so much space and not much to fill it with. Not much to fill it with, yeah. A pergola would be useful here. Also a grill and a table for the whole family. Big enough to fit all of us. Even the grandparents when they visit us. Oh, and would you remove all these nettles too? Those are the worst. I don't want my sweetie to get some burns from them. You don't get burns from nettles, you get stings from nettles. Anything else, mate? Jesus fucking Christ. What was his name? Matt Marlow, mate. Do you want me to give you a bloody massage as well while we're at it? Maybe give you a foot massage, maybe take your wife to the bloody cinema or something, maybe take your kids to school. Jesus. What a bloody list. I've only got like 7 or so minutes left. I'm going to have to flipping run for it now. And also, if I'm putting up play equipment, I'm going to have to fill it together as well. That's going to take a bit of time. Jesus. Right, remove the weeds. I guess these are the weeds. Here's a little bit of advice for you. If you ever get stung by a stinging nettle, look for a dock leaf. Dock leaves are these very, very large leaves that you can find, normally in the same area as nettles actually, and if you rub them on the area where you got stung, it really does help. I don't think it's like a thing that's actually supposed to be like a medical thing. I think it's more of an urban legend, but I'm going to tell you right now, whenever I've been stung by stinging nettles in the UK, every time I've found these very large dock leaves and I've rubbed them on the sting, it has actually helped quite a lot. I don't know if it's because the leaves are like moist or if it's because they're like very cool when you rub them on the area, but it genuinely does actually help with the sting. So if you're ever out with your friends playing in the woods or whatever and you get stung by a stinging nettle, just look for a very large leaf. It looks a little teeny bit like a cabbage leaf, but very big, very green, and it's like rounded on the tip. And you rub that on the sting, it does actually help, but you know, it's more of an urban legend than actually being a genuine thing. But I mean, as far as I know, from what I've tried, it does work. But if you do get stung, I think milk might work as well, because stings are like acidic, aren't they? So milk is alkaline. So if you pour milk on it, that might help if you want to waste a bit of milk. So that's probably going to be more realistic. But yeah, a dock leaf on a sting, it does work. I've tried it and it did help. So if it is an urban legend, I mean, it worked for me. Right, we don't need the lawnmower for this. This is the area where he wants me to build all of the play equipment by the looks of it. We just obliterated that stinging nettle with our hedge trimmer. Very nice. Mate, we're getting all the skill points today, aren't we? We are getting all the skill points today. But yeah, if you do still want me to do an Animal Crossing New Horizons playthrough, if you want to see my main island, the one I created like off camera, let me know in the comments. I don't mind doing it. I won't be able to do a full playthrough like I intended on doing, unless Nintendo ever change the rules, or if I ever have a second Nintendo Switch for some reason, or if I could find somebody that's got one I can borrow. But yeah, let me quickly go and plant all of these quickly. They better give me a lot of money for this job, because they're flipping making me do a lot of bloody work, ain't they? I expect at least 10 grand for this. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, even more. Oh, flipping hell, mate. How many bloody bushes did your grandparents buy for you? Jesus. Ah. It's a shame my granddad ain't still alive. I think he'd really like this game. My granddad used to do a lot of gardening. A lot of gardening. And the only reason why he stopped is because my, as I already mentioned last year, my nan had Alzheimer's, dementia and that. And it just got so serious that he was spending pretty much all day, every day, just taking care of her. So he couldn't really do the gardening anymore, and the garden just was in complete disarray at the end. But I think he would have loved a game like this. I mean, he didn't play video games. The only video game I ever saw him play, I mean, I think he maybe played like the games back in the day, like Pac-Man, all the older people played, and Pong. But yeah, the only game I ever saw him play was when he did Hercules with me. Very, very badly. Oh. But he tried to help me, tried to help his grandson. But, you know, yeah. I think he would have liked a game like this. This would have been a perfect game for him, because then he could look after my nan, put the PS4 on, probably have to ring me up and ask me what the hell he needs to do, because old people don't get technology, and then I'd have to help him out, and then he could play this while still taking care of me nan and that. Yeah. Oh, I remember when my other nan, my last remaining grandparent now, I remember when that nan, she came round the house and that. This was years ago. I think I was still in school. And I was playing Call of Duty World at War. Oh no, I don't think I was at school when I played that. I think I just left school. And I was on the headset. And she kept swearing at everybody. Kept swearing at all the opponents. I'm lucky I didn't get banned. Jesus. Flipping out. My nan's crazy. She's like 84 now. But she, I think she's 84. She's over 80. I always forget the bloody ages of people. But she still gets on the bouncy castle and stuff. She's going to break her bloody hip if she carries on. I have to message her on Facebook all the time at the moment because of this stupid pandemic and that. Bit of a nightmare. Hope you guys and girls have all been doing well, especially in the UK and also in the EU now, in Europe. I know some of the countries I think are going in lockdown again in Europe. So if you're in Europe, you know, keep yourself busy. Try and find something to occupy your mind. But in the UK, we're still in lockdown. The kids have gone back on the 8th of March, but we don't start easing until the 29th of March. So it's been another 3 months of being indoors. So hopefully you're all doing well in that and you're not struggling. As always, as I always say, you know, if you are on this channel and you want to have a chat with me, just to vent about things, get some things off your chest, don't be afraid to message me in the comments or on Facebook and Twitter, and I will respond. Especially if you're living on your own and you don't have anyone to talk to. I don't want people feeling lonely. It's not nice to feel lonely. Well, that was a lot quicker than I thought it would be. A springy, a rooster spring rocker. Oh, hell yeah, look at that, it's a cock. Oh, I was going to say something then, but I thought I'd better not say that because I'll probably be banned from YouTube. It was funny, but yeah, definitely not appropriate. I'm just making this look nice for the thumbnail, to be honest. Cherry, there you go. Actually, I know what we'll do. We'll pull it about here, because then she can swing. His daughter can swing as fast as she can. Obviously, she'll have to stand up. She won't be able to sit in it. And then she can see if she can jump from the swing set into the sand pit. See, I know what's fun for the kids. Oh, we didn't have to bury. Oh, we have to do this area as well. I thought we was going to bury this, to be honest. I mean, that looks a bit naff. It would have looked a bit better in the ground, wouldn't it? Just in case I've got to use that as a thumbnail, there you go. Right, what do they need over here? A pergola. This is pretty much a gazebo, ain't it? What's the point in this? Is it a glass roof or is there no roof? Because if there's no roof on it, what is the bloody point in that? It's got to be a glass roof, ain't it? I think maybe there is. I don't know. Oh. Maybe it's just a visual thing. It just doesn't seem very worthwhile if there ain't a roof on it. Oh, look at that, mate. Look at this bad boy. Oh, we'll put this out over here. We want to have the grill underneath the gazebo or the pergola. Garden. Did I need to buy 2 of these? I don't know if it wants me to buy 2. Oh yeah, it did. Whoops. And we've got a table. Put this over here. Just to make sure if it does start raining, all your burgers and that don't get moist. Nobody wants a moist bun. I know people don't like that word. That was the reason why I started saying it. Because I'm such an annoying git sometimes. I apologise. Oh mate, look at this bad boy right here. Look at this. Make sure we put it right next to the window so everybody in the house can smell the delicious food. I'm going to have to pick this up because I need 6 chairs. Right. Oh, I've got to stand in the zone, otherwise the things don't come up. Do they want 2 barbecues? Oh no, it's because I didn't put the barbecue in the right area. Whoops. Alright, well we're going to have to do that again, ain't we? I keep pressing circle to go back, because that's the back button on PlayStation, but unless you live in Japan, I think it's different. But it's not the back button in this game. What else is there to do? Do they want me to... Am I being blind? Oh. Oh, we've got to put something over here. Did it again. A table Sammy. That's a nice name. Looks like a little fire bin or something. Sweet, there we go. Well, this video is now longer. Jesus, this is going to take forever to render. So is the other video as well. Right, let's get myself a thumbnail. Look at that. Beautiful. Alright. Well, 5,271. Yeah, I reckon that's pretty good. I mean, for me to make that at work, I would have to work for about 7 months. So I think that's a pretty good deal. And to make that on YouTube, I'd have to upload, if I'm lucky, I can get 40 quid a month if I'm very lucky. 40 quid a month, £10 from Patreon, so 50 a month. So 5,000, 100 months about. 100 months, Jesus Christ. Alright, well, I'm going to have to end the video now, WolfTheWolf. So yeah, thanks for watching, WolfTheWolf. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Next time, we'll do a few more jobs. I don't know how many has been added to the game, but we'll do a few more, just because it gives me skill points and perk points, things like that, so I can upgrade all of my talents, and then when we go and make our own home, then we can get things done quicker. More of the tedious things, like cutting the grass and stuff like that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Like, share, join the pack today. And also remember, like I said in this video, if you are struggling and you are feeling lonely and you are having a rough time because of this pandemic and all the shit that's going on in the world at the moment, never be afraid to drop me a message below. I did used to say it at the beginning of every video, but it made my intro too long, so I stopped saying it. But yeah, even if I'm not saying it, I do mean it. So never be afraid to drop me a comment on any of my social medias or in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to put a smile on your face. Can't promise it, because I'm not always that cheerful myself, but I will try my best. But yeah, like, share, and join the pack today.